they want the slope of the line tangent to the curve at this given value of x. So a tangent is an instantaneous rate of change. In other words, it's a slope at one point instead of trying to find the slope between 2 points. So to do that, we need the limit definition of the derivative. So in other words, this formula here, this tells us the slope of the tangent line at one point. And a is that coordinate, the x-coordinate, where you want to find that slope. So a is going to be 6 in this case. So the notation, and I just have a trackpad right now, so it's f of 6 plus h minus f of 6. That's all being divided by h. And it's still the limit as h approaches 0, right? Okay, so we need to fill in something for this term, f of 6 plus h. And what that's saying is that we need to plug in 6 plus h into our function. So if we do that, the function says it's negative 4 divided by 6 plus h. See, I plug 6 plus h in for x. And I'm going to subtract that by what happens when I plug in 6 into the function. If you plug 6 in here, then it's negative 4 over 6, which is negative 2/3. So f of 6 is negative 2/3. And this is all still being divided by h. Okay, so this part right here, the negative 4 over 6 plus h, that's f of 6 plus h. This negative 2/3, that's f of 6. So I've just replaced those things in the formula so far. And it bugs me that I'm not writing the limit, but it's supposed to be the limit as h approaches 0 for each of these. Okay. And so we have a divide by 0 problem. You can't substitute 0 to evaluate the limit. So we've got to rewrite this. So I rewrote this using divide right here, divide h. That's the same thing as writing divide h over here, right? What was I doing that for though? Yeah, I want to make my h's cancel out. And actually I can't right now because I've got an h on bottom, no h over here, so that h isn't going to cancel out with everything. I'm still stuck. So let's try getting common denominators so we can add these two fractions. Okay, so I got common denominators in the fractions. I multiplied the top and the bottom of the first fraction by 3, multiplied the top and the bottom by 6 plus h, the other fraction's denominator. And now I can add the numerators because we have common denominators. Okay, so I've added the fractions together, add the numerators. Now I can distribute that 2 and combine like terms. So I did negative 12 plus the 12 makes 0. But I also distribute this 2 to h to make 2h in the numerator. And now, if you're not sure what happens next, you could think of this as multiplying by 1 over h, right? If you're dividing something, then you can change it to multiplication by multiplying by the reciprocal. So this was divide h. And now we're making it multiply. It's a multiply symbol. 1 over h. The h's can cross cancel. And so now we can finally evaluate the limit as h approaches 0. Because there's no divide by 0 problem. You can plug in 0 into the bottom. 6 plus 0 makes 6. 6 times 3 is 18, and 2 over 18, that's 1/9. So that's the slope of the tangent line.